Gemini, we doing a little cleansing first. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant only. I don't like cross watches. Y'all already know how I kind of roll. I roll through the ins and outs, and it has nothing to do with anybody else but Gemini. And that's what we doing. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. If you don't know what the fuck yo rising and moon sign is, check out on Astrology Cafe and all that. It should be totally fine to check on those charts because them motherfuckers at least have the basics. Okay, so Gemini air energy right now very prevalent. Even though we in Capricorn moon, we feeling a lot of air type qualities as we creep deeper into December, deeper into winter time, deeper into the like double meaning under, and they talk about like a lot of the, like family behaviors or like how family is cryptic because family is not really family, or because your parents aren't really your parents, or this person really isn't that person. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of cryptic messaging, a lot of like signs and a lot of different things that you feel very uncomfortable with because Gemini themselves has confusion at times of who and what's going on with them. You know what I mean? It's not even a matter of like you questioning your identity. It's like your soul, your being, like questioning why you even here in the motherfucking first place, to what are you supposed to be doing basically? Like, are you supposed to be healing people? Are you supposed to be creating like an empire or a business? Are you supposed to be creating this and doing that and doing this and doing that? And well, I'm not one of those people who's gonna be that optimistic nigga that's gonna be like, oh, you could do anything you want to do, because we know damn well that ain't true. Okay, we know damn well that circumstances are involved with that. We know damn well that you have people that you care about, that you love, that you want to bring along for the journey that maybe aren't necessarily ready for that journey. You know what I mean? So what I mean is like, this shit's gonna take time. And naturally getting used to this type of energy, I don't think you ever really will get used to it. And I'm gonna be real with you when I say, like I said, the twins are good at many things, right? You are good at many avenues. One big avenue though that y'all struggling is most definitely home base, family base. Okay, the cold and calculating energy that people usually sense from Gemini right now is actually quite how to describe, like a little bit more like snippy, snappy, grumpy. Not like, I don't think rage would be the appropriate descriptor, but I do think you are salty. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, cause straight up, like y'all don't play about your shit. Like when you feeling some type of way, when you feeling sensitive, you gonna let people know one way or another, right? That's not a problem with y'all. You're not gonna try to hide the shit and hide the shit and hide the shit. You're not gonna butter up no one's biscuits just because somebody may need your help in some type of way, or somebody's coming towards you without like a grin and shit like that. You're like, bitch, you look like Cheshire Cat. Get the fuck away from me. Step out of my face, for real. Because like I don't trust that type of shit. I don't trust that type of energy. You know what I mean? This ain't one of those like feelings of, I'm the baddest bitch. You a little bit more on a sensitive scale. You are still bad. Trust me when I say. Just because you feel a little bit sensitive, it doesn't make you not bad. It just means that you struggling a little bit, and that's why I'm here to help and here to see you through. Some of the messages that I channeled through was pretty wild when they was talking about like ascendant masters. So they talk about like seeing a lot of the repeated numbers and all that type of stuff. That's not for everyone, by the way. Those of you that don't even know what the fuck that means, don't pay attention to this shit, okay? Those of you who know what an ascendant master is, so somebody who, believes in master numbers, building numbers, basically, it's what your soul is based out of, okay? It's what your soul, you are meant to be somewhere in the spiritual spectrum if you know what ascended master is, and if you are one, right? So you are meant to be a spiritual leader in some type of way, or a spiritual teacher. You're meant to lead people into a direction where, at this point you may not know, but that's totally okay. You just want other people to feel like they're being coddled, like they're in a community, like even though it's small, or even though it's maybe not as big as you need it to be, you want to feel like people are listening to your voice, okay? And that teacher type energy is coming through with Gemini very, very heavy, like the strict Teacher like, okay, listen up, class, or okay, like everybody shut your fucking mouth type shit. Like, okay, I'm here. Like, let me, y'all all sit down for a fucking second, and this is how this is gonna go. This is how this is gonna go. This is how that's gonna go. Right? That's how the shit is feeling to me. It's like, okay, everybody, pack your bags, get your shit together, or get your paper out, get your pencil out, and let's start planning. Because here's what we're not gonna do. Here's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna sit here for another 20 years trying to figure this shit out. We're not gonna sit here in stalemate for another 2 years in this relationship or, marriage or whatever the fuck y'all dealing with. We're not going to sit here for another 2 years trying to figure out what we going to do, because we're going to figure that shit out right the fuck now. And there's all this action, all of this aggression, all this like fiery energy. You could have fire signs in your main chart, so you could have fire moon, you could have fire ascendant, but most of all, you're feeling the spice. You're feeling that like, I will bring justice to whatever situation I'm up in. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. You could have Libra in your chart. So, let me read you the message, because there's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts, but I want to make this message quick. So they said, sick of people bold-faced lying to you. That speaks for itself, right? And I think that whether lying is like people telling little white lies, or people just maybe even lying about how they feel, like, that's fucking confusing. That's confusing as shit. Like, why are people talking so cryptic? Like, that shit make no sense. Like, just tell me straight. Just tell me I ain't tripping. Like, tell me straight what's going on. Like, quit playing that way, Quit playing that game with me type shit. The next message is, either you're down for me or you ain't. You can't play in the middle all the time. Either you're down for me or you ain't. And you can't play in the middle all the time. You can't play monkey in the middle with me all the motherfucking time. I can't be the person, that's playing telephone and shit like that. You have to just be forward, be honest. And all this energy of like, okay, like, everybody is giving me the runaround. I'm so fucking confused. I am hurt. I'm stressed. I am trying. I'm trying to push myself to be, the best of myself. And I can't be the best of myself when everyone around me is a piece of shit. Straight. And we're acting like a piece of shit. They might not all be pieces of shit at the end of the day. They could have shitty qualities. And these shitty qualities are affecting you. They are. They're dominating you. They're making you feel small. And they're making your mind like spin and spin and spin and spin. And though y'all are used to sometimes that amount of confusion, even just on a normal human level, this is like to the point where it's got you triggered. It's to the point where you're starting to see red flags and warning signs that you didn't necessarily believe that, you didn't think it would get this bad, or you didn't think it would get this far. Or maybe it's more or less something that's like, well, I thought this would be a good thing. Right? I thought maybe by professing my undying love, or I thought that maybe getting into the relationships or dealing with this and dealing with that, I thought this would feel good. I thought, I genuinely thought that I could fix this, right? Because Gemini, like I said, if you believe you're ascended master, you're a master builder type shit, you heal people just by coming into their life, and you already know that about yourself. You know what you're good at, and you're good at solving people's issues and problems. But that doesn't go for everybody, and you already know. You should know that part too, right? Well, you have fixed and helped and healed a lot of people. You haven't fixed and helped and healed you, and that's kind of why we're still sitting in this energy of like, well, why isn't what I'm doing working? Like, why isn't this person bowing to what I'm saying? Like, because I have all of the best interest for them in my heart, but they're triggering me. They're triggering me because they're not listening. They're not following like what I'm putting down. You picking up what I'm putting down? You're not picking up what I'm putting down, right? And that shit hurts because you love so deeply. So that this whole rigid rage that you're feeling right now, Gemini, a lot of it is confusion. Because it's like, okay, I love you, but I also fucking hate you. Like, I don't understand. I can't describe. I love you and I love parts of you, but I also fucking hate you. Like, I don't understand how that can how this feeling can control my life like this, or how you control my life like this, because at the end of the day I've been trying everything. I've been trying everything. And some of y'all could be even talking to yourself. You're like, why do I always fucking self-sabotage? Why do I have to keep going through the same shit over and over again, even though you have no love life, even though you have no friends, even though you have nothing, right? Why do I have to keep going through the same pain over and over and over and over again, even when I don't invite it into my life? And it's because you guys, like I said, there's a teaching aspect to you. What you are doing right now is you're shutting down, right? You're trying to shut down shop and shut yourself away from the world when you are meant to be in this world. You are meant to be a part of this world. You are meant to create a world around you, in fact. And we're not talking about no self-centered bullshit. We talking about somebody who can craft and create a safe haven, safe space for other people. And that, though you don't have to be a speaker to do this, though. You don't have to be the most extroverted motherfucker, though. A lot of Geminis, they pretend to be extroverted. It's like you have a social battery too, and your shit gets drained. Especially when you back to back helping people, back to back, trying to hold it down for everybody else. That's just not how shit, like, if we really looking at it, right, you also have to work on yourself. You also have to feel safe in your own self. And if you don't, you can see everything you fucking build get rip out from under you like a fucking Jenga tower type shit. Like, one motherfucker comes out and plucks that one motherfucking trigger just over and over and over again, and then everything falls apart. Because that's how these motherfuckers be, though. When you still have those triggers and those traumas, that's how these motherfuckers be. They will try to come into your life and purposefully anger you, purposefully hurt you. They will try to do that because that's the only thing they're good at. That's being a lesson for other people. They're the only thing that they're good at is putting people back into a bad state of mind. You know, dramatizing their life, creating almost like a vortex or a cycle that it feels like it's never ending, draining people. That's the only shit that they're good at, being a fucking vampire. Motherfuckers be looking like Dracula. I said this in another air sign read it might have been y'all. Motherfuckers be looking and feeling like Dracula. It's like by the end of it, you also will look like Dracula because these motherfuckers take life out of you. Okay? They take life out of you, or they try to take your soul. And naturally, they're like, people are like, well, you know, it's not that deep. You know, I'm just tired. I'm just stressed. But don't you realize how much this is chipping in on your confidence and who you are as a person? Don't you realize that this is changing you and not for the better? Don't you realize that this is changing you in a way that makes you feel sorry for yourself? And that's not who you are at all. Like, you starting to really pity or like get down on you're like, oh my God, you know, I really can't stand, you know, being in this world with these types of people, or I can't really understand my family. Like, my family is just so like fucked up. Like, everything's so fucked. You so focused on it that it's starting to cause you to melt, to fall apart. Okay? To fall apart. That's not what you came here to do. That's not what you signed up for. Okay? You're like, well, I didn't sign up for any of this shit. Like, I'm not qualified for any of this shit. But you is. Gemini. You walk towards the things that you know you can do, that you know you can accomplish. Because that's who you are, though, as a person. You know what you can and cannot accomplish. You don't try to sit there and you know, sometimes you get a little manic and you start putting on projects and put on different missions that, you know, you feel like, well, you know, at the end of the day, it is or it isn't, right? Okay, either it works or it doesn't. Either this relationship works or it fucking doesn't. Like, sometimes you just don't give a fuck. But then there's times where, like I said, you really invest in something that you know you can do, and that's majority of the time. That's 98% of the motherfucking time. You ain't out here looking for fun. You are out here looking for the real. And when the real actually comes to your table, you need to accept the fact that you are good at the shit and you can accomplish the shit if you get in your head or have other motherfuckers in your space, especially romantic partners. Because I know that's a really big thing with y'all, Gemini, because y'all are ruled by a planet that makes you feel like if without somebody there to define your worth, right? Without Jupiter, without someone there, some big giant, egotistical giant in your life to define your worth, you don't feel worthy enough to accomplish your mission. So if you looking for an egotistical giant, look in the fucking mirror, motherfucker. Stop looking in a partner. Stop looking in the relationships like that. Okay? Stop looking for something to replace that hole. The hole that is supposed to be filled by you. Only you. That's your mission. You are not a caretaker. Because that's what I think a lot of people try to use Gemini for. Y'all's masculine energy is very much the material caretaker. Okay? Like, I'll come in and I'll take care of your food. I'll take care of this. I'll take care of that. Even if someone's making you fucking miserable. Now, say even your kids, right? Even your kids or somebody is like tearing you up through the mud type shit. And you're that person that's still going to give the shirt off your back. You're that person that's going to give the money to whatever situation that you have fully emotionally invested in. Regardless of how they treat you. Right? Regardless. But don't you see how dangerous that is? Especially when you be spitting on and disrespected like that. And when shit gets bad, Gemini, you also can't be put. You guys get pushed to a certain level of stress where you just shut down, and then you aren't able to speak. And so when you're doing these things for these people, you get pulled right back into that trauma trigger territory. You're triggered again. And then you can't say shit. You feel your voice leave you. You feel your throat leave you. Like you feel certain aspects of yourself. Everything gets taken out from under you. Because like I said, you in your life, Gemini, you look for the egotistical giants. Because you intuitively know that these egotistical giants have the most problems with emotional intelligence, emotional acceptance, love and care, tender love and care, TLC, which you be giving out to who you care for. And because you end up caring for these motherfuckers, you end up giving all of that away. That's supposed to go towards you, bitch. It's been like that, dude. It's been like that. And it's not something you can ignore anymore. And that's why I felt inclined to make this reading, because I was like, you guys got to start calling the shots again. Like, this is your life, not theirs. Not theirs. This is your life. And when people say, oh, live it like it's your last, I know that shit sound corny because you're like, well, I believe in reincarnation. I believe I'm going to come back and do this and do that. And I'm going to do this and do that in the next life. Well, what about your life right the fuck now? Like currently, presently, you need to change the shit right now. Like even if it's a matter of, as we're talking, some of y'all motherfuckers are arguing with someone right the fuck now. Or right now, y'all aren't talking to somebody because someone just stressed you the fuck out and made you feel some type of way. Right? You either block their number or you're just not talking to them. Okay? You walked away. You walked away. You said, fuck it. I can't deal with this. And that's exactly what you should have been doing from the beginning. And you do not go back. You do not march right the fuck back and be like, well, take me back because I misunderstood what you said or I misunderstood. You didn't misunderstand shit. Someone is rejecting you. People are rejecting you. They're rejecting you because you love them, because you care for them. And they can't accept love. They can't. That's not who they are. They are not a loving individual. They are not a loving, intimate individual. They hate love. They hate you. They hate you because you embody love. You embody spirit. And you embody like that passion, that drive, and that embrace that they sought out. They hate that shit. And they hate you. So when they be saying that they love you, that's a goddamn lie. What they love is what you try to give them. That entertains them. That spoils them. That makes them feel special. And the moment you walk away from these motherfuckers, whether it be for a week, a month, or a couple of days, these motherfuckers instantly want you back. And it's not because they love you. It's not because they love you. It's because they want what you had. Okay? They want the stability that you had, even by yourself. You have more stability than most anyone. Okay? Than anyone in your lifetime, babe. In your lifetime. That's what you gotta understand. Like that type of energy where you can just carry in and not even give a fuck about anyone. It's like once you detach, you just slice that shit. You said, bitch, I'm gone. That type of energy, that type of detachment, that level of detachment to where you can still stay stable, even in a real fucked up situation. You could bring yourself all the way back from hell. Hell ain't back. Like when people say, when hell freezes over, bitch, you still moving, even though it's frozen over type shit. You still walking over that shit. You say, what? Bitch, I got out my ice skates. Fuck. Like, we out here. We out here. We out here. Okay? We out here. But you've let someone drag you thus far to the point where you second guessing yourself and you making yourself feel some type of way. You let them do that to you. And I want you to know that part is your fault. Because for a moment, you forgot who you was. That part was your fault. And I know the trauma and the past and the abuse and the neglect, all the things that you face in your own family. They talk about like having a criminal history. I don't know if that's necessarily like applicable to your family, but I know whatever the history is, it's most definitely affecting you today in adult life. And it's most definitely affecting your choices and partners. And it's most definitely creating a very toxic mindset to where you can't even accomplish the most basic set of things because you need some ugly motherfucker's approval. That's straight up not you. And you know that's not you. And you know you've been better than what you are right now. You know you've grown much more than what you're given credit for. But you also know the people in your life won't give you that credit. No matter how much you look for it, no matter how much you beg, you know that. You know they won't never give you that shit. Because you know at the end of the day, they ain't worth a shit without you. Let's be real. Let's talk about it. You know that they ain't shit without you. So how the fuck are they supposed to love you and give you what you need? They don't got nothing. What the fuck? You know, it don't matter what material they have. You know what I mean? It's like these motherfuckers don't got a brain or a place to put one. It's like when you be invested in this type of time where it's just someone who inflates egos or someone who talks shit but can't walk this shit. It's like that's the type of energy that you embody and you carry as well. You are a conduit. You're not a shell, but you are most definitely a conduit. And you copy whatever comes your way. Whether that be romantically or whatever love is shown to you, whatever attention is shown to you, you have a tendency to copy that shit. I'm being real. So if you with toxic, you gonna be toxic. If you with loving, you gonna be loving. If you with one-sided, you gonna be one-sided. It's you match the energy that's given to you, right? You just do. And in fact, you try even harder. It's like when someone pulls back from you or breadcrumbs you or makes you feel some type of way, even in family, right? When somebody breadcrumbs you, you come back twice as hard, 10 times as hard, 100 times as hard. You keep going in like a motherfucking vice grip that can never let go. You're like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? But you ain't doing nothing wrong. That's a pattern of thinking that is from abuse and neglect and nothing but. That's not you. That's your abuse talking. That's not you. That's your parents talking. That's not you. That's auntie and grandma and grandpa and everybody else talking. That's not you. That's abuse. That's your ex-boyfriend talking. That's your ex-husband talking. That ain't you. That's not who you are. That's never ever who you have been. That's the thing. That's just not you. Don't define yourself as that person who always crawls back because that's just not the case. Disrespect is disrespect. No matter whose mouth is coming out of. And obviously there's certain expectations kind of that I think people have for your place in their life as well. as to where, okay, well, Gemini, you need to do your mental and emotional work. Gemini, you need to get your money up. People have certain expectations of you. Well, Gemini, what you do is never enough for them. That's what you got to realize, Gemini, is that it doesn't matter how many expectations they place on you. It's never going to be enough for them. Never. They're always going to pin you to the side and shit can you. It's never ever, no matter how great you are, golden, you could be, bitch, you could be on top. You could be, Beyonce level, Jay-Z level rich. And these motherfuckers ain't never ever will look you in your eyes and tell you and be appreciative and proud of how successful you is. Instead, they be jealous. Instead, they be envious. Instead, they be sitting there like you owe them something. They ain't never ever gonna feel like you worth a shit. Because they don't view themselves as being worth a shit. And they're like, how come this beautiful person has walked into my life to make shit shine? How come this beautiful person has walked into my life and make me feel like $1 million? You know what I mean? Why does that person walk into my life and make me feel so good? And why do I feel guilty for feeling so good about this person? And it's because these motherfuckers is, narcissistic, self-centered. It spans into all different mental illnesses. Not just narcissism. There's so many different things at play here. And a lot of it is abuse and neglect. And you guys are playing the part that your mother played. You're playing the part that your father played. You're playing the part at which dynamic, whatever you chose, you did not choose growing up, you chose now. And it's like, what do I mean by that, right? What do I mean by that? You're choosing somebody to embody that was too weak to walk away from the abuse and the neglect that you saw growing up, okay? And if anything, you could be embodying your own childhood self, who you was when you was in a relationship with your ex-boyfriend. You don't got to have bad parents to have a bad growing up. You know what I mean? You get into a relationship early enough, they can fuck you up. Especially if that person's got a bad background. You got a great one. They can turn you against people. They can turn you against your family. They can turn you against your parent. They can make you feel like shit. The lower than shit. Right? Grind you down. Make you feel ill towards yourself. Pity yourself even. And that's just not Gemini's flow. Not at all. Y'all give that mafioso Don type energy. The masculine energy that y'all carry is very important because you guys are a lot of people's the yin to the yang type shit. You are a lot of people's, like if that person's white, then you're black type shit. Vice versa. You're a lot of people's opposite. People need you there almost as like a focal point. You're the eye of the storm. And they're the storm type shit. It's like you hold people down in a different way, in a way that I think a lot of people don't appreciate. And that's why I be saying, like, if you feel like unappreciated, why are you still there? Walk away from that shit. Get out of that shit, bro. It's never going to be good for you. You're never ever going to be treated like the way you need to be treated. Or the way that you want. You might want basic respect, and still, basic ain't nothing. None of these people is basic. They're complex trauma. That's what they are. Walking, talking complex trauma. Walking, talking PTSD. They are walking, talking triggers for you. That's what they is. Okay? That's what's up. The next message that I wrote down was, if you want to be next to me, show me some initiative. If you want to be next to me, then show me. But they ain't never going to show you. That's not in their nature. It's not in their nature to prove anything to you, just like it's not in your nature to prove anything to this piece of shit. That's straight just what it is. Literally, y'all are not meant to be there. You're not meant to be there by this family side. You're not meant to be there in this person's life. You're just not meant to be. Okay? You're not. Doesn't matter how in love you were before. Because motherfuckers can trick your eyes. Motherfuckers can trick your eyes and act like exactly like you. What you don't realize is that a lot of time when Gemini fall in love, they fall in love with themselves. They fall in love with themselves. And so when a motherfucker can be a real good actor, when that motherfucker could pull out every single mask and become a different person by night type shit, or by day, by night, whatever, like a motherfucker can trick the shit out of the Gemini. Especially if you still have unresolved shit going on in your emotions and your mental. Right? They can fuck you up. They can pretend to be the best motherfucker on the face of the planet. They can pretend to be the father that you always loved or the mother that you always loved. But that motherfuckers ain't never, ever, ever gonna be that shit. They aren't that shit. They aren't that shit. They just ain't, and they aren't. And they're a poor fucking imitation. And when are you ever gonna realize that, Jim? That they are poor imitation of you. They try to act like you and try to have structure like you, but they can never ever be the real thing. That's just not the case. Okay? The next message I had was mafia, the Don type shit. Criminal family or criminal history, criminal background. You could have a criminal background. The person you're dealing with could have a criminal background. Your family could have a strong criminal background. And all of this being built up because, you know, you come from a background that basically, you know, could have been trailer trash or poor or broke. If not poor and broke, then heavily abusive, heavily neglectful, or maybe all those things combined, right? Maybe all those things combined. Adopted even. You know, some of these motherfuckers really got some horror stories when they get adopted type shit. They get adopted by several families that basically fuck them raw in more than one way. Okay? In more than one way. In more than one way. Okay? So I'm just saying, like, you didn't get a good startup. Okay? But you created one. You pushed for one. Regardless. You fought for one, regardless. And even if your means of fighting for one was simply just shutting your mouth and walking away out of your family life, walking completely away from your abusive mother, your abusive father, if it was just completely just zipping the lips and walking away, that was you saying, I want a better life for myself. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. I want a better life for myself. So I'ma walk. Or you running away from home when you was young. I'm going to walk because I know I deserve better. That's what you should be embodying right now. I want to walk because I know I deserve better. I know there's something better for me out there. And I know it's not you. I know it's nothing to do with you. Type shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. So they said to manhandle or woman handle. They talk about men putting hands on women, women putting hands on men, sticking around for a situation where you have to physically fight to get by, where you feel like you have to be violent or not. Like I said, you're not yourself, like a rabbit type shit, like you're a rabid dog type shit. Like that type shit is not you. You're a strong individual, but you not like that. You're not toxic like that. Just quit playing that game. Quit trying to dictate and control where this person goes and what this person does. Or quit trying to allow other people into your life that try to do that to you. Try to put you on a regiment type shit. Try to write down rules, a list of rules for you. Well, you could go out at 8 o'clock at night, but you got to do this, you got to do that. It's like, bitch, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do whenever I want to do it. If you don't trust me, then don't be here. If you don't trust me, then get the fuck away from me. If you don't trust me, because I'm a real one. If you don't trust me, then leave. Goodbye. See ya. Bye, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of my life if you don't trust me. Okay? If you got that mistrust issues, walk away type shit. And I know Gemini sitting here like, I have trust issues. You're like, shit. Well, I have trust issues really, really bad. These people make that shit flare up because they have trust issues as well. Do you not see the correlation, right? It's like, okay, this person be questioning what you're doing and where you're at, and are you talking to another man? Are you talking to another woman? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Are you out here hoeing on the side of the street? Are you out here on the corner? Or so and so saw you get in so and so's car and did this and did that? Or you was talking to my brother? Or you was talking to this bitch? You was talking to that nigga? Like, okay. Well, listen, right? That type of behavior is paranoid behavior. Paranoid schizophrenia is what I just picked up on. So I don't know if that's somebody's situation. Don't take that label if you don't believe that. But I'm just saying that might be someone's situation. They might be paranoid as a motherfucker. And it might be a mental illness. The shit is a mental illness. And it triggers the fuck out of you. It triggers the fuck out of you. That demeaning, demanding, like very overly suffocating energy triggers the fuck out of you. Because the amount of freedom that you sought growing up was not given to you. You couldn't be free. You was always latched down by other people. So the moment that you got free, you said, I will never, ever, ever do that shit again. You know, sweat off my brow type shit. I will never put myself in a situation where I have to run again, or where I have to hide again, or where I have to lie to get by again. But look what the cat dragged in. Look what you're dealing with right the fuck now, where you lying to yourself in order to stay stuck. Stay with a dumb motherfucker. Stay with toxicity. Men and women. I'm talking men and women that have been through the abuse, domestic violence, all the extra shit, all the shit that you did not need in your life that happened to you anyways. And now you're here stuck, even if it's just a verbally abusive relationship, it's still affecting you, and it's still fucked up, and it still hurts. It still hurts. Your parents' relationship, the relationship you have with your parents, is a full reflection. It's a full reflection. You are not your parents. And that's what I want you to get through your head. You are not your mother. You are not your father. Thank fucking Christ. Thank Christ you're not those fucking people, right? Right, Gemini? Come on now. You might be the twins, motherfucker. You might be crazy in the shit house rat sometime, but you ain't them motherfuckers. Let's talk about it. For real, for real. People are like, well, my parents weren't that bad. Why are you in the situation you in now? If you once neglected in some type of way, why are you in this situation now? Why are you still stuck? Why are you still hidden? Why do you still not feel hurt? Why do you still feel scared? Why do you still feel like you have to lie to get by? Why do you still feel like you're stuck getting into physical altercations with partners? Or if not physical altercations, verbal altercations with partners. Why are you still stuck with these motherfuckers if they treated you so right? They might have given you everything that they had at the time in the moment, and you don't have to drag them, in order for it also to be true that they didn't give you everything that you needed. They might have given you everything they could, but that doesn't mean it was what you needed. You never asked for this shit. That's why by design, Gemini, you are all about self-control. That's why you are built the way you are built. Because you need to control your work life. You need to control your fucking money. Because if you don't, then you go fucking crazy. You go ape shit. You turn to the other side of Gemini. Okay? Which can be a really, really hard to handle motherfucker. Really out of pocket motherfucker. Okay? That motherfucker could be strung up or strung out or whatever. Like the other motherfucker that you know is in there. That is impulsive and controlling. Okay, that motherfucker that sometimes whispers in your ear and it's like, well, Gemini, maybe you should just throw all this shit up in the street and start burning this shit. Or, well, Gemini, maybe you should, take one back, take one for the team. Just go and chug alcohol at the bar, or go talk to this motherfucker, or go hit on another man, or go hit on another woman, go hit on, someone against your partner, or do this and do that because they're pissing you off. Like, there's a side to you, Gemini, that me and you both know, right? That gets little whispers in there. And those whispers come through because you're not in a safe environment. You're still in a fucked up environment. Okay? You're still in an environment or around a person that reminds you of that environment. That puts you in that place, that darker place, that place where you felt like you had no control. Okay? And this gets into what I wrote down next. I wrote down, I feel more defiant when y'all hate on me. I feel more defiant when you hate on me. I feel more defiant when you treat me like garbage. When you treat me like shit, I get defiant. I start fighting back in any way I know how, even if that shit is petty. Right? Even if I look bad at the end of the day. Even if I'm the villain at the end of the day type shit. When you treat me like shit, I get defiant. I'm going to defend myself. But I'm not going to walk away, said Gemini. But I'm not going to walk away. Because if I'm defiant and I'm petty and I'm a piece of shit to a piece of shit like you, we deserve each other. Where's the logic there, Gemini? Where's the logic there? Did what I say make sense? You saying because you defend yourself against a piece of shit. Because you defend yourself against someone who's verbally abusive or aggressive towards you. You defend yourself or you tell somebody to shut the fuck up or whatever it is, you know, you lay out the law. You tell somebody to stop or you push them away in some type of way, right? You start getting in your head and saying, well, I deserve a motherfucker like this because I'm fucked up. I'm damaged goods. I'm the dumb bitch who keeps allowing this shit in. Or I'm this motherfucker. I'm that motherfucker. No, I'm everything but perfect. While you might not be perfect, love, dearie, this is not a situation that anyone could be in and find something healthy. You are capable of being a healthy person. Fully healthy and fully capable. You've done it on your own. You've done it by yourself. You have. You have. These darker thoughts that you're having are all triggered by the person that you're around, the primary person that you're with, or the people. There could be people, many. There could be 10, 11 motherfuckers. Yeah, see, look, 11, 10. I didn't even read that shit. 10, 11 motherfuckers. I was reading the concurrent viewers and the likes type shit. Okay. So there's a group. There's a group of people, okay, that's affecting you in this way. There's a group. And it could be workspace. It don't matter where it's at. But it's a trigger. And you need to walk away from it. And that's what I know from what I see. Okay. And I'm going to read the rest of these just because I feel like it is important that I get these messages out. And then I'm going to pull some cards for y'all. Okay. And this is going to be for the rest of this month. And I'm going to see where y'all going to be at. Because at the end of the day, I feel like y'all are really quick learners. And like I say, y'all are teachers. So you'll pass this down in a good and positive way. At the end of the day, I know not all y'all are in the same space and same place, but I also know you did hear me when I was speaking. Okay, that's what I do know. So let's see. Look at all I've done for you. Can you say you have done the same? Another message. Not reciprocating. I'll leave this shit all behind. Who am I? Not that type of bitch. Everything must go. I feel like you're my enemy, not my friend, not my family, not my spouse, not my lover. I can lose you or lose to you. Trying to dodge your past, but it's coming in hot. Plenty of people want to ride on your back. Slow down. Don't walk past your opportunities. Let's see. We got another one too. Don't worry, we got another one. What I wanted was everyone's attention. Because most people are nobody until something goes wrong. And what I meant when I wrote that specific thing was like, most people want drama. Most people come to you when they want to start or spark up drama. When they want someone to talk shit with. When they want someone to talk shit about, they come to Gemini. When they want to complain about their day or complain about everything and dump and offload all of their thoughts, all of their bullshit, they come to a Gemini. Because Gemini will tell them straight what's up, right? But then also, Gemini will sit there and be thinking about their own issues and their own problems and not share the same sentiment. You know what I mean? You're not going to give that person the right to walk through your life. Okay? So why do you even listen, right? Why do you even sit there and listen? Why do you even deal with these motherfuckers? It's because you're a healer. It's because you're a teacher. And it's because instead of maximizing on that skill, you sit there stuck in limbo where you're sitting there like, oh my, you get in your own head. You start hearing whispers of like, oh my God, this bitch is so dumb. Oh my God, this situation is so stupid. Instead of just listening for 5 seconds. Because if you would listen to some of these people's qualms, you would learn that it's real similar to yours, bitch. That is literally yours. It's not yours. It's many people's. But at the same time, you want to learn from that shit. Okay? By design, you're sitting there and just agreeing to agree and get the person away from you. That's just who Gemini is. He said, I don't want nothing to do with this bitch. But you need to learn from these motherfuckers. And I know that shit's hard. Because you're like, well, this is a stupid ass motherfucker. I'm telling you straight. Like, there ain't nothing to learn here. Like, negative Ghost Rider. There ain't nothing here. I'm telling you. These motherfuckers ain't got a motherfucking brain. But when you hear the pain that they're in, the emotional pain. I understand how that could be draining and that could be socially like awkward for you. But listen, because there is keys there. There's keys to your situation, dude. I'm telling you, there really is. As fucked up as it is, some of the times the dumbest motherfuckers have the smartest things to say, and they don't even realize that shit. They don't even know. They don't even know. All right. Another thing that I said was loyalty is questioned. Loyalty is questioned. Love is on the line. Stuck in the middle. Risking it all, and it hurts, but I'm pushing through it. Don't skip shit. You got complacent in a toxic cycle. You come from nothing, and now you're up, and there's no going back. 30 and still moving. Am I close to my real life? And what I meant when I wrote that, okay, 30 and still moving, am I close to my real life? What I meant when I wrote that was that Gemini constantly questions where they're at in life. They constantly look at where they're at and they're like, is this enough? Is this enough? Is this enough? And then they sometimes will dip over and try to find someone who will be proud of them, essentially, who will praise them, who will give them that praise, give them that love, give them that affection. So what I'm saying here is like, you're still questioning this shit, and you at 25, you at 30, you already in your successful era. If not, you're heading towards that era. You have just started leaping, and bitch, you already questioning the shit, right? Whether you at the beginning or the end, whether you 25 or 30, whether you 20 and 30, motherfucker, you have just began. You are still growing like you are growing like a mud. Growing like a motherfucking weed. Gemini, you are doing exactly what you've been looking for. Exactly what you've been trying to do. Right? You just need to look in the mirror a little bit closer and be like, bitch, I am hot. I am awesome. Like, I am lit. Damn, I really am doing this shit. Shit, I'm doing this shit all by myself. Like, fuck. I ain't need no nigga. I don't need no bitch. Oh, fuck, man. Like, I really be doing this shit for myself. Like, what I got in my mind was a grower, not a shower. And y'all know what the fuck that means. But essentially, it's like you dwindle yourself down so much. You be talking shit to yourself all the fucking time. When in reality, you right now, you don't need that type of negative self-speak in order to be successful, in order to produce. You know that. Because why else would you seek like positive attention out of other people? Why else would you seek praise and love out of other people? You don't need to talk shit in order to get it done. You just get it done. You're a beast, Gemini. You're a fucking beast. You're lit. You got that energy on you, girl. Boy, you got that shit. Like, that's something that's been packed into you. You was born, not only was you born with some energy, but you created some energy. And most people in your position, in your lifetime, could not say the same. They didn't produce shit. They didn't grow to be shit. Okay? They didn't grow to be shit. Not one motherfucking person in your life, in fact, has grown to be shit. In your life. In your personal. And that's just me. Listen, from what I see in the energy, that's what I'm seeing. You don't have any examples. You don't have anyone to go back to praise you. Because you don't have any examples. You are your example. You are the living proof, the embodiment of. That's what's going on with you. Like, goddamn. All that trauma from back then. Okay, so I said all that trauma from back then never taught you to fear your heights. So it never taught you to fear success. It taught you to fear people. Okay? Not only are you successful and fully capable of success, even if you just started out, but the thing that you fear the most is people's reactions to your success, not the success at all. You got me? So you're not afraid of becoming the millionaire and doing all this and creating a home for yourself and creating a structure and doing this for yourself. You're afraid of what people will say when you do that shit. You're afraid that that's somehow going to rain back down on you because people have conditioned you to be that bitch or be that person who always listens to everyone's qualms, everyone's problems, everyone's issues. They have trapped you. They have trapped you into believing your success is a bad motherfucking thing. They have trapped you into believing that every single time you gain, that you have to take 10 steps back for everyone else to leap on your back and come with you during those 10 steps, though they don't have to be there. Them motherfuckers is heavy, right? Carrying everybody's worries and cries and qualms and all that shit, that's heavy, right? You don't gotta carry shit. That ain't your background, that ain't your backpack. And those aren't people that you all motherfucking hang. Let's be real. They got to get somewhere on their own. And it's not going to be because you carrying their ass. Straight. They said patience. Now, I wrote that shit in big, large letters. You have to be patient with yourself. I know it's rough. Excuse me. I'm Gemini affected and I have Geminis in my life and I see this shit every single day. It is so rough on you. It is fucked up to have this amount of negativity in your life. And it's like not one of these motherfuckers can just tell you simple, like you're doing a good job, baby. Like, I'm proud of you. I love you. Not one of these motherfuckers. You have to beg them for that shit. Hands and knees and grovel for that shit. But what, like I said, what the fuck do you have to prove to people that ain't never been shit, never done shit in their life? Ain't never ever succeeded in their life? What the fuck do you have to prove to them? You should be disgusted by them motherfuckers. Straight up. Because they used you all this motherfucking time. They didn't have to do a motherfucking thing, but be their evil selves. Be their shitty selves. Be their angry selves. Angry at the world. Angry at you. Though you love them. Though you loved them. Even through the anger. Even through all the hurt. You accepted the rage. So I'm going to call it Mr. Rage type shit. The rage. You accepted the rage. But you don't, that's not something you can control, babe. That's something they got to. And you got to control your own life and your own self and your own body and your own thoughts. You got to get back to being yourself. Yourself. Come on now. Come on now. All right, let's see what's going on with the cards. Let's see what's coming up with y'all. Actually, I'm going to use this other deck. The Hoodoo Tarot deck is one of my favorites. The black and white. Very cool. Let's see. Three of Sticks. Father of Knives. Yup. Absent. Okay. So, when you have people that choose to walk away from you or you choose to walk away from them, right? You feel an absence. You feel a hole. You guys end up feeling a hole because it feels like without that person, you can't have a routine. But y'all never needed a routine. Gemini doesn't need one. Okay? What you need to learn is that you don't need a routine to be successful. Okay? You can put yourself into multiple facets, multiple successful situations, and be successful at every single one of them or none of them. And that's what it just is what it is. Like, y'all can choose what effort you want to put into yourself. 6 of coins in the upright. 7 of baskets. You can choose. Like, what I look at right here is like, y'all, don't play. Because you can choose whether you want to be successful or not. It's just that simple. It really is that simple. You can choose on whether you want to put into your business. Into your peace. You can choose on whether you want to make money off the shit. Or if you want to make it something that's more or less just a little thing on the side. Like, 8 of Knives. You are not what you perceive. You are not trapped. You are not a trapped fucking bird, bitch. You are powerful. Them bones is like, okay, so all this time you were sleeping on yourself. And then finally it's like one thing snapped one day. Or one thing maybe even snapped after you watched this fucking reading. One thing snapped. One thing led to another type shit. and you're a completely different person. You changed overnight, I feel like. It's one of those things where it's like you can't even explain it. It's like, what the fuck? Who did this? You're like, turn me back. No. The reason why you're uncomfortable with all the motherfuckers around you right now is because you outgrew them. The reason why you are uncomfortable with what you do for work is because you outgrew it. The reason why you're uncomfortable with your house, with your home, with your apartment, with your vehicle is because you outgrew them. The reason why you're uncomfortable with your lover is because you outgrew them. That's what happened. You outgrew them. And you got to let them go because they ain't going to grow no more. Two of sticks, yeah, in the reverse. You ain't going to grow no more type shit. These motherfuckers is stubborn as fuck. Father of baskets in the upright. They stubborn as fuck and they looking at everything but you. Everything but you. They ain't looking to help you. They looking to control you. That's what's up. They looking to control you. I see, like I said, mental illness here is like on the primary. And y'all could be mentally ill. But even then, you still got to choose yourself through this mental illness, through this depression. Through this, like, pain that you experience, through the darker thoughts that you experience, you got to choose yourself. Some of y'all trying to pray it away, or you trying to communicate with God or your angels or manifest the shit away. But it's like this shit ain't going away because you haven't walked away. You haven't walked away. You're like, well, this is way too much pressure. Like, how do I leave behind such important people in my life? Seven of Knives, are they important? Are they important? You've nurtured them, right? You've taken care of them. You love them. But are they important? Four of Coins in the reverse. No. Basically what you did, right? And I'm going to describe this card to you, right? Four of Coins, when you see this man, he's wrangling a fucking garter snake. Okay? He's wrangling a snake, right? And this ain't any snake. This is a stupid ass snake. This is a tiny ass, skinny ass snake. A snake that's starving to death because it's too stupid to eat by itself. It's too stupid to get its food, get its fixings. It's too stupid to live in instinct, in the moment. It's too stupid. This man caught a snake that can't do shit. Why did he catch this shit if he's not going to eat it, right? He just caught it to look at because it looked pretty. It looked pretty. It looked okay. It's got a nice scale pattern. It kind of looked lit. It kind of looked like, maybe I could make some boots out of it, bitch. Like, I don't know. Maybe I could do something with this motherfucker. You caught this motherfucker into your life. You brought this motherfucker into your life because you thought it looked good. Whether that be a physical thing, or you heard a couple of words that you really fucking like, that you really fuck with, or maybe this is a situation of rekindling. Maybe you rekindle with siblings, with parents, with family, because you thought, hey, they look like they've gotten slightly better. But no, motherfucker, all they did was tell you what you want to hear, show you what you want to see for a limited time. For a small period of time to get you to trust them again. Because they knew that the only person in their life who has anything is you. They knew that the only person in their life that has shit, right? Whoever made something of themselves was you. Okay? And that snake is going in your pockets and taking shit. Stealing shit. Subtly. They was doing that shit subtly, slowly, so you didn't notice. It might have been years, might have been months until you noticed. But you do now. You know now. You know now. Four of Sticks in the upright. You know now that whatever love and fantasy that you shared with this individual, it wasn't real. You know now. Son of Knives in the reverse, yeah, these people watching you too. These people stalking the fuck out of you, watching you, everything. Especially if you cut off communication. Especially if you broke up. Especially if you left the situation, left the building, walked away from your family. All this shit, they're watching you right now. Because six of Knives, y'all did walk away. Straight. Okay, I see you, General. Yeah. We getting there. You did walk away. Because you love yourself more. You love yourself more. Okay. And even if right now you kind of hating on yourself internally because you're like, well, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Or this is the best thing that I ever met. Or, oh my God, like I have nowhere else to go. I'm completely broken. And, I don't have any more family or any more friends or any more this, any more that. It's like, you'll find it. 10 of knives. It's like you down for now, right? But you just went through a very huge release. And because of this release, you will gain so much more. You will gain 1,000,000 times more. Okay? It doesn't even have to be a matter of like you believe the words that I'm saying when I say you will gain so much more for leaving this vampiric ass motherfucker or leaving this nasty ass family situation. You will gain 1,000,000 times more. Okay. Now when people say like, okay, I'm at the bottom, there's no further down that I could go type shit. You weren't even at the bottom, baby. You just realized something that kicked you so far fucking forward. Like you vaulted yourself forward by realizing that this situation wasn't right, by walking away. You vaulted yourself forward by being an individual. Like I said, you are ahead of many people your age. So many people your age. And I know sometimes it's hard to believe too if you don't really got the like friends or the examples around you necessarily. Like the correct amount of examples, I guess, that would be in your age group, in your range of dealing with shit. But they don't tell you everything, right? And a lot of these people will tell you some stories, they'll tell you and it's embarrassing, of course. But it's something that's the only things that they're able to share with you. Because the other shit is like, they be dealing with some identical shit to what you're dealing with, and y'all don't even know it. Y'all don't even know it. The control aspect, okay, the neglect aspect, all of that. Y'all don't even know that you're similar type shit. You don't even know that sometimes you just attract what you're putting out there into the universe, or what you're settling for is exactly what you're going to attract. Okay? So that's what's up. So you've vaulted yourself 1,000,000 light years forward. All right? You're so much better for yourself. Strength in the upright. And Miss Robinson, which is, transformation, is represented. It's Scorpio. Okay? It's represented by Scorpio. So the death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. You could be heavily affected by the Scorpios in your life, right? Because water signs bring a lot of that type of change energy. They force you or wash away a lot of that fear. Even if it is tough in a tight relationship with a Scorpio where you don't like the motherfucker or the motherfucker be treating you like shit, at the end of the day, you do learn something from them. Okay? You do learn. Ace of Sticks and Two of Knives. Okay. So choices are kind of dwindling down here into what you can do for yourself. And that's the thing. Y'all fear running out of options. Because you don't want to be trapped or caged in a corner no more. You don't want to be that scared little kid no more. You don't want to be controlled no more. You don't want to have to go back to a traumatizing situation. And you won't have to. Because you already worked your ass off to get to this point. You won't have to. That's not even an option. It's not even a choice. It's not even an option. Okay? You will never, ever have to go back there. 10 of Knives. You never. Nope. You will never. 10 of Baskets. You will find the happiness that you're looking for in this new place, in this new situation. Okay? Or in this situation that you are creating, that you are starting, that you are beginning. Okay? So let's see. Coming up for Jim. Ace of Knives. So they're going to try to get back in contact with you, or everyone's going to try to get back in contact with you at the same time, I feel like. Like they ain't going to stop. Okay, they're going to try to drag you back in and try to make you feel some type of way, trying to, push and pull and tug type shit. And 8 of Coins, all you got to do is write them motherfuckers off. 8 of Coins, all you got to do is keep your nose in your own business. All you got to do is keep going ahead with your own shit. Don't worry about what they doing. Journal, do a fucking journal. Okay, or block these motherfuckers. Stop them from sending you paragraphs and shit like that. Block these motherfuckers, okay? Delete them motherfuckers. Or meet me somewhere, motherfucker. Maybe they're trying to meet up with you and discuss over dinner or discuss over coffee. I did see something to do with like a date or something like that. Like, oh yeah, X wants to get back with you, so they're gonna go take you out for a date or take you to down the block type shit, drive you down the block or whatever to the old coffee place y'all used to go to. Oh my God, remember when you used to smile and laugh and giggle at me, Gemini? You remember when you used to kiss me and touch me and make me feel good about myself? Remember that? Daughter of Knives. A lot of people want you. First of all, a lot of other people want you. A lot of different people, a lot of new people want you. First of all, and second of all, this ain't the only motherfucker that has treated you this way, and you need to learn from this situation. You need to gather information. You need to take time to yourself and gather information. Okay, so we already know that you independent. That right now you are trying to tell people don't fuck with me. But right now, what you also need to do is set boundaries. Don't be getting in the car with the ex. Don't be following the ex to the convenience store. Don't be looking on the Facebook, or don't be accepting messages from no motherfucker like that. Don't be doing that shit. Separate yourself. Okay? John Horse, Mother of Sticks in the reverse, Seven of Sticks. Yeah, people gonna fight you no matter what. Okay, so what I do see coming up though is you, Two of Coins, Father of Coins, Nine of Sticks. Yeah, you're gonna be protecting your bread. You're gonna be protecting your money or protecting your job. Maybe something to do with a job has come up to where people are trying to fight you at work, or people are trying to compete with you at work. But in this workspace, I see y'all being able to transcend that, or y'all looking real fine to whoever the boss is or manager is. To me, it looks like regardless of what people try to do or try to say about your skin tone, about your beauty, about what you bring to the table, basically your social skills, to me, you're a hard worker. You bust your motherfucking ass, and that shows. Nine of Sticks, it shows. You are protected. Your job is protected. Your wealth is protected. Nine of Baskets, your bread is protected. Okay, and your future stays protected. Nine of Coins, because you organize this shit. Okay, you organize this shit. You are in control of this shit. Now you are in control of your life. Straight. What else is coming up? On Caroline, Ace of Coins in the reverse. You're like, it's been so long since I've seen some hope. It's been so long since I've seen something different. It's been so long since I've actually gotten what I manifested. And you're about to, Ace of Baskets in the upright. Big mama, you're about to get all this shit from Spirit. Ten of Coins in the upright. Yes, you are. You just got to do this one last hurrah type shit. Stand up for yourself, or stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for your morals. Whatever the fuck the situation is, you will be rewarded. Not just for going through it, but for dealing with it, tackling it head on, challenging it, empathizing with it, getting rid of this trigger, right? This trigger, or this trigger-filled situation. Okay? You'll have everything that you need, all the utensils, all the tools to move forward, as long as you accept the fact that you can be by yourself. You can be on your own. You can create a life for yourself. And you have done that already. Don't play. The Garden in the upright. Five of Knives. Okay, so sensuality, sexuality, looking good, looking sexy, looking fine. But Five of Coins, even when you never had shit type shit, like, you've always looked this good. So even when you was at the bottom of the barrel type shit, you was wearing the Salvo clothes, the Salvation. You was going to the Salvation armor, the Salvation Army, and picking out a fucking shoe with a fucking hole in it type shit. Like, when you was doing that shit, you look good. So you can imagine what you look like now, successful now, like successful businesswoman, successful businessman. Like, you look sexy, you look good to people. You look really fucking good. People look at you and they're like, what the fuck? Like, how does this person make this shit look like nothing? How do they make all of their success look like nothing? Or how do they make this new role look like nothing? The job look like nothing? It's crazy. It's crazy. You're like, damn, like, it's really that easy for you? And you're like, no, my motherfucking life ain't easy, you stupid motherfucker. Like, did I say it was? Get your sleep, Gemini. Because coming up in December, especially like at the end of December, coming up is a really, really, really big, I feel like, question you're going to have to ask somebody, or a question you're going to have to ask yourself. And I think it surrounds this masculine or this man. Could be an older man, could be your father. If not your father, then your brother, or there's someone that you're trying to keep around in your life that you question a lot because you know it's a trigger. You know it's a bother. Dr. Buzzard, you know the motherfucker talks. And this motherfucker, all they know how to do is talk. Ancestors, they don't create a safe space for you. They don't make you feel loved. They don't make you feel wanted. And you still have trouble because you're like, okay, well, what's the right thing to do? What's the moral thing to do? But like, here's the thing though. Morals are per person. So your morals on this situation are going to be different from someone else's morals. And there might be a case where you might not even have to deal with a situation in the first place. It's not going to be your responsibility, Gemini. It's not going to be your responsibility anymore to wipe people's ass like this. Okay? It's just not. It's just not. It's not going to be your responsibility anymore. No. No, no, no. 8 of baskets in the upright. Yeah. No, 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 no. That's not how it goes. You're not going to end up caretaking another motherfucker. You're not going to end up having to coax a motherfucker out of their shell type shit. That's not how it's going to work. Black Herman is a disciplinarian. Like, you might be a teacher, you might be a lover, but you definitely not someone who's going to sit there and grovel and beg someone to act right. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Miss Ida. Okay, so Miss Ida is healing the childhood traumas. It's tackling and dealing with a lot of the things that still trigger you or never felt resolved, like unresolved tension, unresolved love, unresolved ignorance, basically. I also pick up on blackmail, maybe people blackmail and shit up, like trying to bring up things of your past or trying to say how you were a bad person in your past and shit like that. But that shit ain't even that shit just not gonna matter to you. It's not gonna even affect you, babe. Like, you gotta understand how much you have changed. 4 baskets, see? Exactly. It's not even gonna affect you. That's the funniest part. It's like, they're gonna try to trigger you and go through all your old triggers, to bring up all your old shit. Like, try to air out your motherfucking closet, and you're gonna sit there and be like, so what? Okay, yeah, I did that. So what? Yep, that was me. Yeah, I did that. I did that shit 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. So what? What the fuck you think that's going to do to me? Nothing. Straight. You are different, Gemini. You are different. You have changed, Gemini. So extremely so that I feel like your energy is unrecognizable. When people approach you the same way that they used to type shit, you stab them motherfuckers and slash them to the side. You say, bitch, get the fuck away from me type shit. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my money. Don't fuck with my stability. Don't fuck with the things I built for myself now. You ain't gonna bully my ass no more. You ain't gonna talk to me like that no more. You gonna shut your fucking mouth. Straight. Don't hurt me. Don't fuck with me. Don't try to hurt my motherfucking feelings. Like, what? I'm not insecure like that no more. I'm not no baby kid that you could bother and bully no more type shit. I'm not that bitch. I'm not the little bitch that you knew. Okay? I'm not that motherfucker. Nope. I'm not weak no more. That's what you thought. And let's draw out a couple cards here. The Fool in the reverse. Okay. So here's the thing, right? People gonna act like they shit don't stink. They gonna act like they doing you right. Call them out. That's all I can say. 2 of Blades. It's like, I know you don't want conflict. I know conflict scares you because you're like, oh my God, but I don't want to blow up every single thing that I've created for myself. But you have been wanting to confront these people for mad long, okay? Or confront the situation for mad long. If you gotta confront, if you have been feeling like, oh my God, I'm holding all this anger in, I think it's going to shock you at how you react to this situation. In fact, I think it's going to shock you because you're going to be very, very, like, Gemini rules words, communication, the ability to speak and stab some. Obviously, you can speak and stab someone in their heart. I'm not saying you really going to stab somebody and slash somebody and shit like that. No, you're not going to physically harm nobody. It's just a matter of you getting your words across intelligently, and that's literally what you do best, babe. And finally, you're not gonna, like I said, go back into your trauma and do yourself down, and just shut up when someone that triggers you or pushes you into a hole, tries to talk to you. You actually gonna be able to speak now, okay? And when you speak, I urge you guys to tell the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Air this motherfucker out, because they've been airing you out for so fucking long. They've been trying to throw everything in your motherfucker face. Air this motherfucker out. This ain't even about pettiness. This is about how you feel. And I think you really need to say how you feel. Straight. Give it to them straight as fuck. Straight as fuck. Okay? Four of Cups, don't offer no air for these motherfuckers. Don't offer any airtime for these bitches. They don't deserve to respond, in fact. I feel like this is one of those situations where it's a one-sided conversation. Okay? Where this person is going to sit there in awe with their mouth open. Yeah, be like, Gemini just said that to me? Huh? What? What? This bitch gonna be shot. Gemini just said that to me. Gemini, also Queen of Blades, so you're gonna have to also focus on the physical health aspect. So sleeping, getting enough sleep at night, because I know you stirring. Even now, if you up now, I know you stirring, because I know y'all got shit to do. Even if you're not someone who necessarily has to work outside the house and shit like that, I know you got shit to do, babe. Okay, we both know that. You stirring. You always a busy body. You always a busy mind. The things that you have to work on, even like I said, even if you stable in the work life, you stable in your work position, you're gonna have to work on yourself at home too. So getting into things that you find to attractive in certain types of ways, whether it be exercise, yoga, could be writing, journaling, writing music, listening to music, doing your thing. It's like dancing, even get into dance, bitch. If you like dance, get into fucking dance. Like, we got dancers up in this bitch, and I know we do. That's the thing, yo. Like, well, I'm scared, oh my God, like, I don't live in the house alone, and da-da-da-da. Stop it. If you got a clear room to yourself, or if you got to go outside and go motherfucking dance, bitch, put on them motherfucking dancing shoes and go outside and go dance. Stop playing. Stop playing. 8 of Wands in the upright. You moving anyways. You leaving anyways. Or you been trying to leave anyways. So get the fuck out of that house and go enjoy your air. Go to a quiet place. Get your shit on. Stop it. Stop playing. The Tower in the reverse. Ace of Coins in the reverse. You're not going to be penny pinching forever. You're not going to stay stagnant forever. Okay? You're not going to be having to feed all these extra miles forever. I hope you realize that. 10 of Wands in the upright. I hope you realize that. You ain't going to be going crazy over the situation forever, because 8 of Cups, it has to change. And you have to stress that shit. You have to tell these people that it has to change. 6 of Wands. Either it changes or you gone and you done dealing with this shit. Or you're not offering a motherfucking thing. The Emperor in the upright. Okay? Queen of Cups. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is y'all's energy, by the way. This is not a man. This is not a man or a woman. It's you. It's Gemini. Okay, it's Gemini. Gemini is standing in their power. Okay, 7 of Blades. A lot of people are going to be offended by the fact that you walking away. Okay, that it is what it is. Like, I don't know how many times. Like, it don't matter how they feel about you walking away, because you walking away for you. You walking away from them. You walking away from them, but you're also walking away for you. It's for you, for your peace of mind. 4 of Blades. The Chariot in the upright, for you to succeed, for you to push forward, for you to actually, like, I don't know, like, Gemini, you guys have the energy, at least from what I read, as someone who could become very successful in communications, or very successful in dealing with other people like you. You could be dealing with, like, child services. You could be child services, or work in DSS, or work in therapy. Or you could also be somebody who does, like, public speaking, for example. You could be someone who has to talk and go through a lot of people's each and every day type shit. You could even be leaning towards spiritualism. We did talk about ascendant masters. We did talk about people who are spiritual by nature. You was born with this shit. You was born with a shit. Five of Wands in the upright. You gotta stop fighting your intuition too, baby. Your intuition be telling you what shit's red flags. When that shit be making you sick, that shit is a red flag. When that shit make you feel physically ill, physically drained, and physically sick, that bitch is a red flag. That nigga's a red fucking flag. Red hot. Yeah, the magician in the reverse. This motherfucker is nasty. Okay? Nasty as fuck. The Empress in the reverse. Could be a female. Could be a feminine energy. It could be somebody who, has a feminine sign. So it could be a Libra. That's what I picked up on. It could be a Libra. Or it could be another air sign. What else? What else we got? It's unhealthy for our coins. Temperance in the reverse. Unhealthy. Y'all got a lot of work ahead of you. What else could we draw upon here? We can check out the oracles and see what they suggest for y'all. The oracles. Let's try the bird oracles because I'm interested in seeing what they say. This is one of my favorite oracle cards. So let's see. 3 more. We've been in this bitch for an hour and 20. I love Gemini. Y'all, time passes so fast when I'm talking with y'all. Time passes so fucking fast. It feels good because, I know y'all really hear me, though. I know when a Gemini sticks around because usually for y'all, it's like in one ear out the other when you're dealing with strangers and people that are relevant to you. But I know y'all really listen. I know y'all really give me the energy in return, and I really appreciate that. I really love that. Y'all really do listen. Trickery, 42 routine. Okay. What's the last cards? Okay, they want to give me 2. Cashing. Oh, okay. So you're okay. Someone and I picked up on this for the collective, but I feel like there's especially somebody in this particular group that is you're tricking someone. You're lying to someone. You're telling someone you're not going to walk away, or it's like you might be planning to walk away behind someone's back or saving up money behind someone's back in order to dip off and do your own thing. You're saving money to do something and I don't think somebody knows. Your intention is to completely just abandon or walk away from the situation because you can't handle it anymore. It's not something that you want. It's not something that you need in your life. Like I say, you know that. You know it's taking your life out of you. So the first card is trickery. Okay. We're going to read these bitches, so y'all get ready. Trickery. Number 50. Crows are known for stealing another bird's stash and then hiding it, covering it up with leaves to throw off its tracks. Trickery brings to your attention that someone may be trying to deceive you. When trickery appears, it is a signal to be aware, to be more conscious of your actions, of those around you, because someone may be trying to employ a little bit of deception to get what they want. If you have a contract to sign, give it a closer look. There may be a clause in there that was not discussed that you may find unfavorable. Trickery takes many shapes and sizes, from the innocent trickery to get someone out of the house so that the birthday party can be prepared to an employer. What the fuck? So a birthday party can be prepared to an employer using their position to get you to work overtime by promising a promotion that will never materialize. This card may also indicate that your situation could benefit from allowing for some innovative and creative thinking. A little deception for the sake of a greater good may be warranted. And that's what I feel like y'all are doing. I feel like y'all have to lie, not to yourself, but to these folks. Because what's going to happen, I don't think it's I think it's unexpected. Okay? I think it's unexpected. I think you're doing something that nobody really sees because you have to. Okay? You have to and you want to. Okay? You want to. You know you need it. 42 is routine. 42 is routine. Every morning, I watch the crows return to my neighborhood, and every evening, I see them as they depart. It's like clockwork. The crows have a routine that they have stuck with for as long as I can remember. Routine speaks to things we do out of habit because it's a part of who we are. What is expected of us? In many ways, it can be a routine that creates stability. However, it can also lead to stagnation or getting into a rut. Ask yourself, are you in a routine that makes a foundation for success, or are you merely going through the motions because you don't know what else to do? That's where I feel like y'all are at. That's where I feel like y'all were at by the end of December. You figured out exactly what you need to do, though. I'm for shit sure. I'm for shit sure. I know y'all have. That's the thing. All of the cards that just came out, all the major arcana that just came out, tells me so. Y'all figure that shit out real motherfucking quick. Okay? 7. Caching. You may find yourself either keeping an idea or possession hidden till the time is right, or simply unwilling to let go of something that you aren't using out of fear that someone else may benefit from your release or surrendering. Sometimes the moment is not right to move forward. However, it doesn't mean that the time will never arrive. You may be working on a project that holds a greater deal of promise, but you are unable to devote the energy at the moment. Setting the idea aside does not mean giving it up. It just means that you could recognize there will be value in waiting. Caching may also indicate that you will benefit from investing. This may be investing in yourself or investing in a financial institution. All right. 27 is isolation. Isolation. So you do, like I said, alone time is going to be a requirement coming up. You're going to need this shit. You're going to need to figure yourself out. And in order to do that, you're going to need to walk away for a moment or leave the location for a moment. Go on a fucking vacation. Do what you need to do. Like, walk away from the pressure for a second so that you can actually think, so you can actually fucking breathe. Isolation. Isolation may bring to the surface feelings associated with abandonment and can represent a block centered around a fear that your actions may lead to you not being accepted or removed from a group. We talked about that. We already talked about that. Fear of being cast aside might result in your limiting your potential by withholding ideas or suppressing inspiration. For example, if you grew up in a home where we talked about this, y'all, where lack and scarcity of resources was a dominating factor, and now as an adult, you have opportunities to create financial freedom, the fear of no longer fitting in with your family may prevent you from reaching your greatest potential. If you are successful, you may risk conflict with your family as paths diverge. We talked about this shit. Outgrowing motherfuckers, y'all. Ugh. When spirit confirms this shit, it feels so good. We talked about outgrowing motherfuckers. We that's the thing. If y'all not getting along no more, if something just suddenly happens where it's like everyone's snapping on you, it's because you're outgrowing motherfuckers. And that's the thing. You got to realize that shit. You got to see that shit. You got to draw on that shit. Realize that your energy and your vibration has risen. Realize that your priorities have changed. Realize that everything that prior to this situation, all the things that you feared, you no longer fear them no more. You no longer fear the consequences. And because of that, you're being attacked or you're being treated some type of way. You outgrew these motherfuckers and they mad about the shit. They mad. Okay? Of course they're mad. Mad. Because you're the only thing that was worth a shit in their life. Alright? So Gemini, that's what's up. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Like the video. If you want to, turn on notifications so you can come back and see if your ascendant or moon is posted or if your sun is posted. Like, look around, y'all. I'm just saying, we do a lot of messages on this channel, and I'm going to keep popping them out. I have all the fire signs coming up, too, because I know a lot of y'all are fire affected, because I picked up on Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries very heavy with Gemini. So, y'all, scope around. Keep a lookout. Subscribe. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.